Zeus wasn't just throwing lightning bolts. Nah, this guy was out here collecting wives like Pokemon cards.
Take a look at my newest collection. There are all my wives.
5 official ones, and too many side quests. And yeah, 1 wife, straight into his stomach. That's Zeus for you. And I'm about to spill the hottest gossip Olympus ever had. Forget your neighbor yelling at his wife. Forget your cousin's messy wedding. Zeus had more scandals than a whole village combined. The king of the gods, but also the original problem husband. Imagine a guy who controls thunder and the sky, but can't manage his own family. Every wife, a story. Every marriage, a disaster. And somehow, these disasters turned into the way Greeks explained the entire world. Seasons, justice, memory, even family. So let's start with wife number 1, Metis. Metis wasn't just any goddess, she was wisdom itself. The type of woman who could beat you in a debate, remind you where you left your sandals, and still plan a Titan takedown before dinner. Without her, Zeus would have been clueless, walking around Olympus like, guys, what's the plan again? So he marries her. Smart move, right? Until the prophecy shows up. Somebody whispers, if Metis gives birth to a son, that boy will overthrow you, Zeus, just like you overthrew your father. And Zeus? Instead of acting brave, he panics. The mighty king of the gods? Nah, more like a scared husband. He looks at his pregnant wife and goes, nope, not today. Then swallows her whole. Now, the Greeks believed wisdom lived in your stomach, not your brain. So Zeus thought, perfect. I just ate wisdom. Big brain unlocked. He basically turned marriage into takeout food. But instead of getting smarter, he downloaded the worst migraine in history. He's rolling on the floor, clutching his head like, somebody please uninstall this prophecy. Finally, Zeus can't take it anymore. He calls Hephaestus, the blacksmith god, says, bro, grab your hammer, crack my skull open. Hephaestus probably thought, man, this family is insane. But he did it. One swing. Bam! And out pops Athena, fully armored, glowing, instant goddess. No crying, no diapers, just ready to fight from day one.
I am Athena, the goddess of war and wisdom.
So yeah,
Shame.
Zeus swallowed wisdom, but ended up giving birth out of his skull. So Zeus survived wife number 1. Barely. Dude literally cracked his head open and turned fatherhood into brain surgery. You'd think he learned his lesson, right? Nope. Our boy Zeus doesn't take breaks. He rolls straight into wife number 2, Themis. Now Themis wasn't just any goddess, she was justice. Like, if you've ever seen that statue with the blindfold and scales, that's her. Except back then, no statue. She was the real deal. Calm, wise, balanced. Basically, the type of woman who'd stop a family argument by saying, okay, let's hear both sides, while Zeus is in the corner yelling, nah, I'm always right. At first, it actually worked. Themis was like his personal lawyer, therapist, and advisor, all rolled into one. Olympus was running smooth, like the gods finally had someone reasonable in the group chat. If Zeus wanted to do something reckless, Themis would be like, bro, maybe don't. And sometimes, he even listened. But here's the problem. Zeus and justice don't mix. Not for long. Because justice means rules. And Zeus, he hated rules. He was the kind of guy who says, do as I say, not as I do. Themis was trying to build law and order, but Zeus was out there turning Olympus into Maury Povich. Whose child is this? Zeus, you are the father. The gossip didn't stop. Themis is standing there with her blindfold and scales, trying to be objective, while Zeus is busy sneaking off in disguise. Swans, bulls, random shower of gold, you name it. Like, bro, you married the goddess of justice, and the first thing you do is cheat? That's like marrying a cop and then speeding past the police station. Eventually, Themis got tired. Imagine trying to hold a courtroom while your own husband is the #1 criminal. It's exhausting. She was supposed to be the goddess of fairness, but living with Zeus was the most unfair thing ever, so she steps back. She doesn't blow up like Hera later would. No screaming, no thunderbolts at the side chicks. She just quietly leaves. Classy. Queen behavior.
You do not deserve me. Good luck running Olympus without common sense.
And that's Themis, wife number 2. She gave Zeus balance, order, and good advice. He threw it away because he couldn't keep it in his toga. So Zeus is on wife number 3 now. At this point, Olympus is less like a palace and more like a revolving door of marriages. Enter Demeter, the goddess of harvest, the one who makes crops grow, keeps bread on the table, and basically stops everyone from starving. Now, here's the family twist. Demeter is Zeus's sister. Yeah, Greek gods did not care about family boundaries. For them, the family tree looked less like a tree and more like a tangled ball of yarn. So Zeus decides, why not? Sister, wife, whatever. It's all love. Demeter was powerful. She controlled the cycles of planting and reaping. Farmers prayed to her every season. Out of this union comes Persephone, a goddess so radiant, she made flowers bloom just by walking through a field. But of course, Zeus can't just let things be peaceful. Enter Hades, Zeus's brother, god of the underworld. This guy takes one look at Persephone and goes, mine. No Tinder, no consent, just straight up kidnapping. He drags her down to the underworld like it's a family discount. And where's Zeus in all this? Did he protect his daughter? Nah. Zeus basically gave a silent nod, like, yeah, bro, do what you want. Some Dad of the Year award right there. Demeter, on the other hand, loses it. Her daughter's gone, stolen by the god of death, and Zeus doesn't care. So Demeter goes full rage mode. She stops the crops from growing, fields turn brown, the earth freezes. Basically, the first apocalypse. Humans are starving, animals are dying, and Olympus is sweating like, Zeus? Maybe fix your family problems before the world ends? Finally, a deal gets struck. Persephone will spend part of the year with her mom on Earth and part with Hades in the underworld. That's why we have seasons. When Persephone's with Demeter, everything blooms, spring and summer. When she goes back underground, Demeter mourns, fall and winter. So yeah, wife number 3 wasn't just about drama at home. It literally changed the rhythm of the planet. And once again, Zeus is at the center of it. He marries his sister, has a daughter, looks the other way when she's kidnapped, and somehow the entire Earth suffers for it. Classic Zeus. After Metis gave Zeus himself the worst migraine in history, after Themis walked away because she was done with his circus, and after Demeter almost froze the whole planet, you'd think the Thunder King would slow down, maybe take a break, eat some grapes, enjoy being king. But nope, this guy Zeus never takes a vacation from making a mess. Next on the list, Mnemosyne. Yeah, her name sounds like someone sneezed mid-sentence, but she was the goddess of memory, which is peak comedy because of all the goddesses out there. Sky Boss Zeus chooses the one who literally remembers everything. If you're a cheater, marrying the goddess of memory is like hiding cookies from a bloodhound. Pointless. And of course, Zeus goes all in. 9 nights together. Out of those nights came 9 daughters, the Muses, goddesses of music, poetry, dance, history, astronomy. basically the original all-star girl group. Instead of dropping albums, they dropped inspiration straight into mortal brains. For once, Zeus's love life actually paid off. Thanks to Mnemosyne, humanity got art. Every poet calling on a muse, every musician strumming a tune, they believed those sparks of creativity came from the 9 sisters. So yeah, next time you enjoy a song, just know. It all started because the Sky Boss couldn't keep his toga tied. But imagine Mnemosyne's side. She's memory itself. Her husband, disappearing every week. And poor Mnemosyne remembers every bit of it. No delete button. Eternal receipts. Yet she doesn't blow up like Hera later would. Instead, she takes the elegant route. She hands Zeus the 9 daughters and basically says, "Here, let them sing, let them dance. At least the mortals will get something good out of your disaster." And it worked. The Greeks adored the muses. Every epic started with "Sing, O Muse," because they believed those goddesses whispered inspiration straight into their ears. Meanwhile, Zeus sits back like a proud dad at a school recital. "Yep, those are mine. You're welcome." So wife number 4 didn't bring war, didn't starve the world, didn't storm out. She turned chaos into culture, respect. And now, the finale, the last official wife, the queen herself, Hera. If Olympus was a TV series, Hera would be the main character in season 2 and beyond. She was the goddess of marriage, family, childbirth, the one who was supposed to protect the sacred bond of love. And guess who she married? The Thunder King, Zeus. Yep, the guy least qualified to represent loyalty. Hera was actually Zeus's sister too. Yeah, the family tree is still a mess. And Zeus didn't exactly win her heart with flowers and poems. Nope, he tricked her. One story says he turned into a helpless little bird, shivering in the rain. Hera, being compassionate, scooped him up to help. And bam! Zeus shapeshifts back, grabs her, and forces the wedding. Romantic? Not really. Creepy? Absolutely. Once married, Hera became queen of Olympus. On paper, that sounds like power. But in reality, it was pure chaos, because this guy Zeus couldn't keep his lightning rod under control. Side chicks everywhere. Nymphs, mortals, goddesses. If it moved, Zeus probably flirted with it. Hera, the goddess of marriage, stuck in the most broken marriage of all time. The irony writes itself. Now, Hera wasn't the type to cry in the corner. Oh no, she fought back. And not always against Zeus, but against the women he messed with. If you were a girl Zeus liked, you were basically doomed. Hera would unleash every curse in her book. Take Io, for example. Zeus turns a mortal girl into a cow to hide her from Hera. Did it work? Nope. Hera found out, sent a giant fly to bite poor cow Io non-stop. Imagine trying to live life while a divine mosquito won't leave you alone. Or take Semele. Zeus visits her in disguise, gets her pregnant. Hera tricks Semele into asking Zeus to reveal his true godly form. Zeus agrees, and boom, Semele is burned alive by divine lightning.
Giggles.
Even Zeus's kids weren't safe. Hercules? Everyone loves the strong hero, right? Hera hated him. She tried to kill him as a baby by sending snakes into his crib. Didn't work, because baby Hercules just grabbed the snakes and strangled them like toys. Still, imagine your stepmom sending reptiles to your nursery. Hera's jealousy was legendary. And honestly, can you blame her? She married a man who was allergic to monogamy. But her rage didn't fix the problem. It just made Olympus even messier. Zeus cheating, Hera punishing, mortals suffering. It was like a divine soap opera on repeat. But here's the twist. Despite all the rage, all the fights, Hera stayed queen. She never left, never walked out like Themis. She stuck it out. And that's why the Greeks respected her. She symbolized the endurance of marriage, even if the marriage was a dumpster fire. So wife number 5 wasn't just drama. She was the full-on storm. She made sure nobody forgot that even gods could have toxic relationships. And if you hear thunder on a wedding day, maybe that's just Hera rolling her eyes at Zeus. So Hera stayed queen, the drama never stopped, and big man Zeus, yeah, he still couldn't behave. Even with the goddess of marriage watching his every move, he kept sneaking out for side quests. One of the most famous? Europa. Europa was a mortal princess, just chilling by the sea one day. Zeus spots her, and of course decides he has to have her. But he doesn't just walk up and say hello. Nope, classic Zeus move. He transforms into a giant white bull. Yeah, this guy thought cosplay farm animal was peak romance. So, Europa sees this big, gentle-looking bull. She's like, "Aw, cute cow," and climbs on its back. Bad idea. Because the next second, Zeus the bull takes off, charges into the ocean, and swims all the way to Crete, with Europa screaming, "Wait, what the hell?" And there, Zeus reveals himself. Surprise, it's not just a bull, it's the king of the gods. And from that union, Europa becomes the mother of Minos, the legendary king of Crete. Her name gets passed down so far, it becomes the name of an entire continent, Europe. And that's it. Europa's story wrapped up. Because honestly, I'm too lazy to animate Zeus kissing more people today. But don't worry, next time we're jumping into another one of Zeus's questionable romances. The one that somehow gave birth to Greece's ultimate gym bro, Hercules. So hit subscribe to Freaky Library, unless you want Hera to personally show up at your wedding and roll her eyes at you.